morning, everyone. Welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at the song Nuvole Bianche. It's an Italian piano piece. It's really beautiful. I don't want to pronounce the composer's name for fear of insulting or offending any Italian audience. I am going to put a link in the description below for sheet music and for the recording and for anything else you might need. Shout out to Ember Oxford for introducing, and the Oxford family in general, for introducing me to this lovely piece. So this piece, we're going to break it down by pages. Basically what the composer does here is he takes a very simple idea and then he breaks it down into expressing it in different ways, just like we do when we are trying to communicate effectively. We take one idea and then we may expand upon it, or we may approach it differently in order to understand something more deeply. So the beginning is pretty low key, where it says quarter note equals 40. That's going to be very slow. Make sure you're using your elbows to promote more of a relaxed sound. Then we reach the bird's eye in the fourth measure. Now we can move into 12/8, so it's going to have a little bit of a lilting feel, but we're going to want to keep that very light. We're moving a little bit more quickly. Think of flowing water, how it just builds up speed. I'm going to play the left hand first so you can take a gander at what we're going to be doing. Basically what the composer does is he takes our previous whole notes that we've been looking at in the previous section, and we're just breaking them up note by note. The right hand's going to be the same. So if you need a spot, because it's a lot of moving parts that jump, so if you do need to take a minute to prepare your hand, you can always go. So you have so taking the last beat, eighth note beat off of that measure, so that you can effectively jump to the best of your ability. This time we're going to move into the next section as well. I'm just going to start from the second rotation of this melody. Make sure, perfect, is we just make sure that when we're doing the same thing with breaking up that chord, but this time we're adding the minor third over the top. So what you're going to do to catch that is you're going to flip your hand and then bring it back here. So you could do that a couple of ways. So you could do that. I usually break up the triads into my second finger. You may also use your third finger, which I think may be more appropriate for the other ones in this piece. But for right now, I'm just going to use second finger. I'll show you third in a second. So jump and flip with your second back to original position. With your third, it would look the same, just using your third for that. Okay, starting at that section. Make sure you're pausing. Making sure after you finish the left hand, pause,